a new documentary, The Real Mrs. Brown. It will air on Newstalk this Sunday, the 25th of February at 7 a.m. And it's a great pleasure to welcome here in studio Caroline Dalton, producer of the documentary. And we have on the line from Adelaide in Australia, Eilish O'Carroll, of course, actress and daughter of The Real Mrs. Brown.
We were reared on laughter, you know, and I mean, obviously when Brendan was born, the whole household became, you know, totally hilarious. But I always remember as a child and growing up, there was a lot of laughter in our house.
And Caroline, coming to the present day, the real Mrs. Brown and you know, the figure of fun we see and the kind of drag artist that Brendan does and the whole family thing, what is the relationship between the two? Because, like, I would have thought that at heart she was probably a serious woman. She was championing causes. She was a maverick. She was fighting against the system. You know, not so happy-clappy.
While she was doing that and championing those causes, she was also very curt, and you can see from reading her Dáil speeches, like, she brings a sense of humour into how she would approach things in the Dáil. You know, for example, Brendan has a story about how in one of her first speeches that she made in the Dáil that somebody remarked on what she was wearing, her sartorial choices, saying that she wasn't wearing a frock, and her reply was, "I will don a frock when you don a frock, sir." So you could see that her colourful character coming out even when she was dealing with very serious things. There was a story that came through in the documentary as well of Barry Desmond, and he remembers Maureen going in to speak in the Dáil, but she was donned in all of her finery because she was on her way to a ball or a posh evening event, and so she wouldn't have had enough time to get home to change, so she went in all of her finery and spoke. So she, you know, in that regard, I can see the colourful side of the Mrs. Brown that we know and love so well.
And after the 1950s, what are the latter stages of her life?
Well, I think she did live in public life. She continued to do some work with the trade unions for some time. And she was also involved in the Irish Housewives Association and the Lower Prices Council. But with regards to getting another seat...
No, Ivan, she never lost interest in politics, although she wasn't re-elected. You know, it was nothing for my mother to get out of her sick bed during a by-election when she'd get a phone call from a friend down the country saying, "We need you to do some canvassing." She was gone. I mean, she was like Lazarus when it came to any kind of political rally. She was out there.